Hi and welcome. It's so nice having you here. If today is your first time being here, remember our kwaba, which actually means you're so welcome. This is Food with a Cha. Here I share my homey and easy recipes. Today we are going to make some delicious, yummy blueberry and banana bread. This was so good. It was so tender and soft. It was not too sweet. My kids were munching on it so much, guys. It was so good. So this is how I made it. These are my bananas that I'm going to use. I'll mash them with my fork like so until they are well mushy, and then I'll transfer them into my bowl and we'll keep that aside. And here I'm adding into my mixing bowl 3 cups of flour, some sugar, baking soda, baking powder, and then we are going to whisk that together. Combine everything. This is our dry ingredients, so we'll combine and then we are going to set that aside. We will then move on to our wet ingredients. I have here 2 eggs. I'm going to give that a whisk, just a little. You don't want to incorporate too much air, just to break the yolk and kind of combine everything. Then I added my whole cream and then some melted butter. Use high quality butter, guys. Then you give that a mix. Don't over whisk it. Then you are good to go. We are going to now transfer our wet butter into our dry mixture, and then we are going to give that a mix. This is so easy, but it's so good. It was so delicious, very soft, and you know what you are eating. There isn't too much sugar, it's not too sweet, so this is so perfect. Then you give it a mix until they are beautiful like this. Kind of clean up your bowl a little bit so that everything is well kept. Then I went in with my mashed bananas. Give that also a mix, combine everything together. Guys, what will you have this with? This is perfect, my go-to easy recipe for breakfast. You can have this for brunch, you can have this for desserts. It's so good, it's so delicious. So I just mixed in everything well, make sure everything is well incorporated and well mixed. Then I'm going to go in and zest 1 lemon into it. That's the flavor we are going for. There's nothing like a fresh butter with some lemon zest and lemon flavor. It's so good. You can go ahead and replace or use vanilla essence if you don't want the lemon flavor, but I love anything lemon with blueberries. So here are my blueberries. I added a little flour and kind of coat them so that they stay in place in the bread. We don't want them mushy or all dried up in the bread when we are done. So I coated them with some flour and I transferred that into a batter, and then we are just going to give this a mix. Make sure everything is well combined. Just fold in, don't mix, because we don't want the gluten to develop in this batter. So just fold them in as beautiful as this, and then all we have to do is we are going to transfer this into our baking pan, and then we are going to bake this. This was so good, so flavorful. I always love to pair blueberries with lemon, and the flavor and the aroma is magical. So this is how pretty our batter is looking. We are going to transfer it into our baking tray, and then we are going to bake this at 175 degrees Celsius for an hour, or until you insert a toothpick and it comes out dry. Now all we have to do is just to bake and serve this. After this thing was ready, my kids were munching on it. It was so good. They were just eating it and they were like, "Mommy, we need milk, we need milk, we need milk with it." So I went ahead and after transferring it to I topped it up with more blueberries and some nuts. Use whatever toppings that you prefer. I used walnuts and some hazelnuts, and then I'm going to bake this in my oven. I like to pair this with some milk or just have some water, and after an hour this is how it's looking. So delicious. I cut them into some squares and then I served this. What would you have with this? It's so good. Would you try this? If you're still watching this video at this point, I want to say a very big thank you. Please subscribe, share, like and comment, and until we meet again, bye bye.